to Tribe Talk. Today we're going to be talking about Google, and we have some of our Google experts from our Ember Tribe team here on the call today. So we have Ashley. Hey, Ashley.
Hey.
And we also have Dan. Hey, Dan.
Hey, what's up?
Well, welcome, guys. And today we're going to actually be talking about Google search algorithm change that's actually going to be changing up almost 10% of the search results. We also are going to be talking about some legislation that may be passing to disclose algorithms. So that would be awesome, as well as phrase and broad match modifier close variants and lead form extensions that are new. So Dan, do you want to talk to us a little bit about BERT? We're not talking about like Bert and Ernie here, but like about BERT.
Yeah, sure thing. BERT actually stands for Bidirectional Encoder Representations from Transformers. So yeah, it's such a handful, and I guess BERT is a great name for it. It's a very exciting algorithm because this is an algorithm that actually takes everything and makes everything a little closer to like the human language. What this algorithm is trying to do, honestly, basically is just trying to get away, some of those small words that are not recognized with the current algorithms. For example, a word like no, or a word like and, or a word like on. So these things tend to change. I mean, sometimes people could be searching for something and then just omitting these things in the algorithm could make a very big difference. Google actually uses an example to say something like, say if you search for parking on a hill with no curb, the old algorithm will actually take away the no. So it'll be parking on a hill, curb. And so basically Google will start giving you search results for how to park on a hill by the curb or something like that. But this new algorithm actually puts it out in plain English, makes it sound exactly as what it says. Another example Google actually gives will be something like, can you get medicine from a pharmacy? The old algorithm will actually just take medicine and pharmacy and try to show you pharmacies around you. But now the new algorithm actually puts everything together and tries to get you the best results. The VP of Google actually says that the VP of research at Google says that this is one of the best algorithm changes that they've had in about 5 years, and probably one of the best ever since Google did start. And it does have its benefits to users, because basically users are going to get content that is a little bit more human, that kind of more for humans. It's going a few businesses are going to have problems because businesses have usually just tried to tweak the way search engines work, and definitely a few businesses are going to see their SERPs go down because of this algorithm. So yeah, I'm really excited about this because it does help users find stuff a lot easier than it did in the past. So I'm looking forward to seeing it at work.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, I know we've talked about in the past, like how like sometimes it's almost a talent to know what to put into Google to get the returns that you're actually looking for. So I feel like it's going to be a lot easier for us to just like put in exactly what we're looking for, and Google would actually return that. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, what about the legislation that they're proposing to pass?
Yeah, okay, now another very interesting thing. They actually want to kind of let not just Google, but every single search engine, they kind of want them to reveal how the algorithms work. They kind of want it to be shared and kind of almost think open source in many ways. So basically what they want is, they want to do this because they really feel like Google, you know how Google works, basically you and I could search for the same thing, but Google will give you completely different results just based on your sex, your age and stuff, and just your browsing pattern. And just for privacy concerns, they feel like, we need to understand how Google determines this thing, so that we need to see if Google is, like I said, not just Google, but every search engine. We need to see if they're how they're working with the privacy rules, the privacy laws, and really how they're coming up with these results, and to see if it's okay or if it's not okay. Honestly, I'm not so sure if this is something I'm completely excited about, because I know how how Google, I mean, I know Google, what Google tries to do most of the time is it really tries to give you the best results really based on your browsing profile, your browsing history and stuff. And I don't see it affecting this so much, but I think people will probably use this opportunity to just tweak the system a lot more and try to create buyers, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, this has been constantly in the news lately about just like control of our data, but then also like for advertisers, like, we want to use that data to be able to push out the right content for different demographics. So, yeah, that's super interesting. So, Ashley, what about the new phrase match modifiers and broad match modifiers?
Yep. So with AdWords, there's some changes that are coming to the keywords that we use for advertising. So before, with phrase match, it used to be that when you put in your phrase, Google would match it in the keywords being the same and then the order being the same. But now Google's moving to this more same meaning type of keywords. So for example, if you're putting in that you're looking for a lawn mowing service, well, Google's going to take that and also match it to grass cutting service. So it's a completely different set of keywords, but same meaning. So they're trying to expand the reach that our keywords are getting, which is good, but can also be bad too, because if you're writing ads that are based on certain keywords, that's going to change what you're doing now. Instead of writing the ad to include those specific keywords, now they're saying that you really need to be focusing on the user's intent and giving them what they're looking for with your ads and not making it so keyword focused, which, in general, that's what we should be doing anyway. Our ads shouldn't just be about the keywords. They should be about getting people to click. And if we don't tell people what we're trying to get them to do, they're not going to do it. So that's going to be the biggest change. Again, for how it works is the phrase and the broad match are the same. So if you're doing broad match modified and you had put lawn and mowing as your broad modified keywords, well, now it's going to match grass cutting too. So again, it's just expansion of what you're looking for, which, in a way, I think it's going to be good, because before, when you hit those points where you're not sure what keywords to go after, Google's going to give that to you now. So it's going to create more work for you having to add negatives that, might not really be in line with what you're trying to get across, but it's also going to help you see where you should be that you might not be right now. So I think it's going to be a good change.
Yeah, that's awesome. And what about the new lead gen forms?
Yep.
Extensions.
So Google's got this new extension in beta right now. So not everybody is going to have access to it, but at some point, assuming it comes out of beta, you will. And basically, it is a ad extension for lead generation where they're going to pop up a form on mobile where when it's populated with all of your Google account information. So users no longer will have to type in their name, their phone number, their email, whatever it is that they're trying to capture with the form. It'll automatically be populated, assuming that they're logged into Google and they filled in all the right information in there for it to populate. So then users just have to click submit, and the process becomes a lot easier for them. So in turn, they're thinking that more people will submit leads. And with this, I'm a little torn whether I believe it's a good thing or a bad thing. I feel like this could lead to a lot of not so great quality leads, people just submitting and not really wanting to. But, it's something where it could be great for some clients and not others. And it's going to come down to testing. Everybody's going to need to test it if you're trying to get leads to see if it's going to work for you.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, getting that data is huge, but you're right. Like, is that quality? Are they quality leads? So that's really important. Be
Right.
awesome to test, though. It's super exciting.
Yeah.
I think Facebook already does something like that. Basically, if you're signed up to Facebook, then the lead forms just populate automatically your data. So maybe the success from Facebook is one of the reasons Google is actually looking into that as well.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of the time Google and Facebook are truly competing with each other and who
Right.
can do something better. So that wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, definitely. Well, cool. Well, thank you guys so much for all of that. Really appreciate it. And thank you all for tuning in. We hope you have a great rest of your week. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.